Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of BRC TV on what's been a pretty bleak week here in southeast Queensland. Lots of rain about and the Doomben meeting washed out on Wednesday. But be that as it may, the carnival rolls on and there's still plenty of action, including a big set of trials there at Doomben on Tuesday, where the star act was Alligator Blood, who's set to resume on Saturday week in the George Moore Stakes at Doomben. Billy Healy, terrific to see Alligator Blood back at the trials. I thought he looked pretty electric this morning.
Yeah, a lot better, Nath. Probably better than last time round, obviously. You know, we're not sort of playing catch up now. He's harder fit and he's just better in himself and he's doing better at home and just that bit more up and about. So it was good. Obviously, he had a set of shades on, so it's always going to sharpen him up that bit. But really happy with the way he's come through it and a lot better trial than probably last time round.
Yeah, well, he's got down Sugar Boom, who we know trials well all the time. You made the call last time. You went to the Gold Coast first up, then he trialled again here at Doomben, and you made the call just to pull the pin and pull him back and specifically aim up at this summer carnival.
Yeah, 100%. Look, there was the Wheatwood and races like that, but I felt he's obviously a better horse than a Wheatwood, and just probably that little bit of a break was always going to help. I wanted to give him that trial, and we give him that decent trial to really harden him up, send him out probably, you know, like he had that little bit more an extra run sort of thing. And he only had sort of the 10 or 14 days in the paddock, then he sort of did 3 weeks back at the beach, and then back at the track now, and it's probably worked in our favour. Look, he looks a much better product this time around. He's tighter physically, he's a lot more up and about, and really happy with that trial today.
And you say he's muscled up again now?
Yeah, 100%. All his muscle tones there. He looks big and strong, and his coat's shining through. He's still got a tiny bit of a longer coat on him, but that'll clean out after a run in the George Moore. And come Magic Millions time, I couldn't think he'll look any better than he will then.
So he goes to the George Moore December 4. And what other run does he have into the Magic Millions?
So there's races every fortnight from there till the Millions. Look, we'll run him in the George Moore, then we'll sit down, see how he comes through it, whether he has 2 runs between then and the Millions, or he could just go straight to the buffering, then into the Millions. We'll decide that after the George Moore, no decisions just yet. We'll let the horse tell us. We've got decisions through the summer, which is good with weather. He's not a horse that probably goes that well on heavy tracks, so if it comes up heavy, we can wait. That's specifically why we put the plan in place. I know I can do enough with him at home now once I get him to that fitness level, and we'll just hold him there, so should be all good come George Moore.
Hopefully you've got plenty to be excited about over the next month and a half.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like obviously January's our main aim, and it'd be lovely to see the horse back there in the winner's stall come January.
Jimmy Orman, you rode Alligator Blood this morning in his trial. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I look very happy, Nath. He had the blinkers on for the first time this morning. Seemed to make a bit of a difference, but it was only his first trial back. He jumped good. I was able to sort of navigate myself to a spot behind the leaders and sort of got up along the fence. And when you're trialling against horses, professional sprinters like Sugar Boom and I think Hard Empire was in the trial, they're good open company sprinters, you know, and he's more of a sort of 6 furlong to 7 furlong sort of a horse, so and I think he might even get a mile. So look, pretty happy with the way he hit the line. He's only going to improve. He pulled up pretty good, so I think he's going to go to the races now, and I think he's going to a 1200 metre race at the the George Moore it might be. I think he'll be very competitive, and he's only going to improve as he steps up.
Well, as mentioned earlier, we've got the George Moore Stakes next Saturday at Doomben. That kickstarts 5 consecutive weeks of carnival racing here in Brisbane. Along with the fabulous racing, there's plenty of events going on off the track as well. The Souths Juniors BRL launch. Join Souths Juniors and Brisbane Racing Club to celebrate the launch of the inaugural BRL Premier Grade team on Saturday, December 18 in the Guineas Room at Eagle Farm. Be inspired by former Souths Magpies Club old boys Gary Belcher and Bruce Astle, as well as Brisbane Broncos Football and Development Director Ben Eichen, as they are hosted by leading commentator Peter Basaltis for a great afternoon of fun. Tickets can be purchased individually or as tables of 10. Christmas movie on the big screen, Elf. Celebrate the festive season and watch the crowd favourite Elf on the merriest and biggest screen in the Southern Hemisphere here at Eagle Farm on Wednesday, December 22 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Enjoy free activities including face painting and appearance from Santa before the movie. Ascot Green Christmas carols and markets. Join us for a celebration of the festive season like no other. Enjoy an evening of Christmas carols from Birraleigh Choir, Excelsior Band and Opera Queensland. Creative stalls and markets and the best hand-selected gourmet food vendors. This is a free event and will be at Eagle Farm on Saturday, December 18 after the Grand Prix meeting between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Well, last week the Brisbane Racing Club hosted an exclusive whisky tasting evening for our perpetual members, and our cameras were there to catch all the action.
Yeah, we're just hosting a bunch of members for Brisbane Racing Club with an exclusive Japanese whiskey and spirit dinner. We've got obviously the delicious drinks, but we've got people trying their whiskies and drinks in different ways, with water, with ice, how that makes a difference, talking about the history of Suntory and Japanese spirits in general. Yeah, so we're going to have a great night. We're a supplier for Brisbane Racing Club, and obviously we've got the Beam Suntory range, so you've got everything in Suntory range, Jim Beam, Canadian Club, Maker's Mark. So yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal to work with those brands with Brisbane Racing Club, especially for Summer Carnival, and coming up with some exclusive cocktails just for them, working with what kind of flavours they're looking for, and infusing the fresh berries and the mint, and just really nice, cool cocktails for summer.
Well, Bart joins us now, and we'll get to the Gold Coast meeting shortly, Bart, but sad week for racing in southeast Queensland. A couple of notable people really lost to the industry.
Yeah, Peter Bolson, a Gold Coast trainer. He was a tireless worker and had a lot of success over a long period, had a real passion for racing, and sadly a work colleague and very close friend, Mark Mazzaglia, passed away as well, so big losses, particularly personally for Mark. He worked with me at the Daily Sun and the Courier Mail. His father Tony was a very good horse trainer here in Brisbane, trained a Stradbroke winner, Sir Wisp, 100 to 1, and Mark was the strapper that day. So yeah, very sad to lose Mark Mazzaglia.
And Mark clocked here for a long time as well.
He did, and he worked for Barry Baldwin for a while and clocked all his horses and helped with the management of the stable.
Oh, our condolences to both families. Testing conditions on Saturday, we know at least this week that it will be a heavy track if the meeting goes ahead there. How have you sort of sifted through it?
Yeah, worked on a particularly heavy track if we do go ahead. I thought War Daddy, race 4, thought a terrific run last time, was engaged in that speed battle with Put On the Red Light,
yep,
and was tenacious on the line, and I rate the winner there, so
yep,
I think that's a good form race, and this might be a big improver.
Won by I think 4 that one day it struck a heavy track.
It was at Taree, yeah. It's only had 3 runs and they've all been on wet tracks.
Next one?
I think race 5, it goes against the grain a little bit, tipping horses on heavy tracks first up, but I think Talamate is a very promising horse, and trial recently was the 9th of November, so had good time to get over that, was really strong in the home straight in that trial, and does go very, very well in soft conditions, 2 from 2 on heavy tracks, so I'm not too concerned that he hasn't had a recent run.
No, he tanked up really strongly late in that trial, and Les Kelly's got a good strong hand at the meeting.
And really in form at the moment.
Another one for the punters?
I thought Salatine in the last, I thought she was impressive last time. Had to do a bit of work off a wide draw and still found the line, scored by a length and a half, and I think that form line is good enough to take the step up here.
All right, well look, we'll see how we get through Saturday, but I suspect we'll be looking at some very big fields next week with some of the meetings that have been lost in South East Queensland.
Big backlog of horses not getting runs at the moment, and that's summer in Queensland. You can have that run of wet weather, so fingers crossed it ends soon.
And then we look forward to a big day at Doomben on Saturday week.